Good morning, everyone. My name is Vincent Takoko, Compliance Officer from CARES, speaking today in regards to a couple new COC project renewal options. This webinar was developed specifically for agencies that are interested in applying for a transition grant or to consolidate projects during the 2018 NOFA. CARES developed this webinar because CARES believes it is our responsibility as collaborative applicant to inform the COC of new methods that may help our COCs improve upon their catalog of services. Today we will be discussing the new additions of transition grants and project consolidations that HUD has introduced in the 2018 NOFA. Please be aware that attached to this webinar is a slide that unpacks all acronyms and terms of arts used in this presentation. These are some important dates. The 2018 NOFA was released on June 20th, 2018. HUD requires that all COC applications must be submitted by September 18th at 8 p.m. The COCs that fail to establish a deadline for project applications that is no later than 30 days before the fiscal year 2018 COC program competition application deadline of September 18th will receive 0 points under Section 7B2 of the 2018 NOFA. Transition grant funds can be used by COCs to transition their projects from one COC program component to another COC program component. This allows COCs to wind down the previous project while ramping up on the new project with little downtime. To utilize the 2018 transition grants, the project applicant must use the reallocation process to relocate the existing eligible renewal component to one of the eligible new project components. To create a transition grant, the COC must wholly eliminate one or more projects and use those funds to create a single new transition grant. The 2018 COC program competition NOFA also has a list of requirements for transition grant eligibility. Of particular note are that no more than 50% of each transition grant may be used for cost of eligible activities of the program component originally funded. Also, the projects must be from the same recipient for the eligible renewal grants being eliminated. And the renewal project applicant must have the consent of its COC to meet the standards outlined in Section 3C3R of the 2018 NOFA. HUD anticipates that these transition grants are able to fill the funding gap for programs changing, for example, from a transitional housing to a joint transitional housing rapid rehousing project, and to give COCs the opportunity to expand their capacity while minimizing the risk of the reallocation process. Project consolidations. This process is by which two or more projects that are eligible for renewal in the 2018 COC program competition apply for funding and are combined to a single renewal project upon award. Eligible renewal project applicants can consolidate up to 4 eligible renewal projects into one project. The projects being combined during the grant consolidation will continue uninterrupted. To be eligible for consolidation, projects must have the same recipient, be for the same component, and they will be funded in this competition only with FY 2018 funds. This means that no funds recaptured from prior years will be awarded to the project. The anticipated benefits of consolidation are a reduction of administrative burden on the individual COCs, the agencies, and program applicants, and a greater flexibility in serving clients and program applicants. HUD also has a list of conditions that will preclude a project the option to consolidate. These preclusion characteristics are outstanding audit or monitoring findings, outstanding obligation to HUD that is in arrears, unresolved construction delays, a history of poor financial management, a history of drawdown issues, a history of low occupancy levels, or lack of experience in administering the project type, or other capacity issues. HUD will not permit a transitional housing project and a permanent housing project to consolidate in the form of a joint TH-PH rapid rehousing component project, and will not permit a transition grant to be consolidated with any other project. Additionally, transition grants cannot use the consolidation process in the FY 2018 COC program competition. In summary, remember the goal. With the addition of both project transition grants, and project consolidation options, there are two new arrows in the quiver for the COCs that should help decrease the overall project costs in terms of both administration expenses and time. These new options provide some new methods that, if planned and accounted for and used effectively, will provide our communities with more flexibility to achieve our shared goals. I want to thank you for your time. So there is the 2018 Consolidated Application and Transitional Grants in a nutshell. Additional webinars will be posted shortly and will cover the 2018 DV bonuses, the new HUD priorities, the PH bonus, and the reallocation of new opportunities for renewing projects, as well as eSNAPS training for new and returning users. Thank you again, everyone, for your time. If there are any other questions, feel free to contact your Normal Cares Inc. representative. Have a good afternoon.